And good thing, Pranic Healing came into my life and gave me so much more than what I am looking for. It gave me not just a relief, but a release. And it even uprooted the cause of my ailments. Hello everyone, my name is Lyn Balbin. I am a pranic healer and anarhatic yoga practitioner. I thank and praise God for this opportunity to be of humble service to all by sharing my healing and transformative experience through the practice of the teachings and spiritual technology of Grand Master Choa Kok Sui. And of course, every successful transformation is made possible through the light, love, and compassion of all the masters, especially Master Faith Sawe and Master Hermie Corquera, who has been there constantly guiding and nurturing us throughout our spiritual journey. Before I came to pranic healing in 2018, I was already on the onset of my journey on finding balance, healing, and change in my life. Because for 22 years, my life got stuck and caged with unnecessary life dramas and health crises in the family. Kids were always sick, and so was my husband. And my health was the most compromised. In 2012, I was diagnosed to have an endometriosis. And along with that, I had polyp, myoma, and adenomyosis. But prior to the diagnosis, I already had the pain and the symptoms of the illness already. And was even rushed to the hospital for an emergency surgery because of an excruciating pain and heavy bleeding. Actually, it was my fifth surgery already. Endometriosis is a painful disorder in the reproductive system with no cure yet, and the cause is unknown. And the first doctor that I went to said that the surgery is not a promise that will cure the endometriosis, and chances are that the endometrial tissues will reappear again in other parts of the body, even after the surgery. So I was so devastated upon hearing that. Then I would go to different doctors again, hoping to get a more positive answer. But they were all saying the same thing, that there's no cure for endometriosis. And hormonal therapy and other treatments and surgeries are only remedies to ease the pain and the symptoms. Uh, while others can take it easily, me, I cannot come out easily and stronger from my illness. For me, it's like a death sentence because I already knew what would be the end result, and I can't help but to look at the worst case scenario that it would bring into my health. And I was already getting paranoid, and I had so many what ifs already that was creeping in my mind. And the body discomforts had causing me so much psychological issues already. I was already getting mentally and emotionally imbalanced. And most of the time, I really felt inhibited from doing things that I wanted to do. I can't I can't even start up any projects in the fear that I cannot finish it through. Because most of the time, really, I felt dizzy and nauseous. And my stamina was greatly affected also. I felt so weak all the time, and I would have a shooting pain in my body. And out of 100% projects that I plan to do, only 20% gets done. That's why I resorted to different alternative medicines in the hope that I could find a natural remedy for my pain. Some were effective and working good on me, but everything was just giving me a temporary relief. and it was causing me too much to shell out a lot of money already, and it's adding another expense to our budget. And good thing, pranic healing came into my life and gave me so much more than what I am looking for. It gave me not just a relief, but a release. And it even uprooted the cause of my ailments and helped me get back to the grind again, but this time with a purpose. And I really felt like a new person again. That's why I'm so grateful and thankful to my college friend who invited me to pranic healing. Her name is Atmaye. I just can't imagine my life without pranic healing. It really makes my life, my family life, and everyone's life around me easier, happier, and healthier. And there's so many things I loved about pranic healing that is aligned with my notion. It didn't change my religion at all. Actually, I'm a Catholic, and it even made me embrace my own and appreciate the other religions as well. And what is good about pranic healing is it doesn't interfere with orthodox medicine, and it didn't tell me to stop my meds. And all I did was I just added up. And pranic healing is not just an energy school, but it is also about character building, and it is an avenue where you can get more closer to God. That's why I also enrolled my kids here in the school because I believe, aside from academic excellence, pranic healing is a necessary tool for my kids to correct the path they walk onto. And when I attended my first basic healing class, that was under Miss Donna Bautista, I had so many takeaways already. This is where I truly experienced God's miracles through energy awareness, and that I can use this energy to do self healing. Plus, I've learned about the power of the meditation on twin hearts, along with some virtues to practice. And that opened doors to more possibilities. And for the first time after 22 years, I was able to experience so much love, inner peace, and joy in my heart. And the basic healing course gave me so much hope to start anew again with life. And this time with one pointedness of aim and effort. Pranic healing really served as a lamp on the dark road I was walking on. And with every course that I took, I just let myself flow, digest, absorb the teachings, assimilate, experiment, and validate everything taught in pranic healing. And I just found myself growing and healing with the teachings and with the spiritual technology. And of course, with the meditation and with the virtues. They are like seeds that keep growing in me. And I noticed gradually the pain lessened until I felt so much lighter already, until I'm not anymore feeling any pain. And the body discomforts were all gone. My monthly period was regulated, and I'm not anymore nauseous and feeling weak. And I've gained more stamina and I became more energetic now compared to before. It's a process, but I know everyone can do it. And also, I was able to regulate my thoughts and my emotion and got freed from my psychosocial disability syndrome. From slacking off and just staring at my piled up chores, I became more productive and focused on what I want to do in life. And what's best is I've learned about inner forgiveness and detachment as well. Forgiving people, asking forgiveness became so easy for me to do. Before it's better said than done. And in pranic healing, I've also learned to accept my own mistakes and weaknesses. I became more reflective, and I notice I can easily get detached myself emotionally and mentally from things, from situations, and from people that are no longer serving me good. Our home became peaceful, and when arguments arise, it got settled right away. And no one hardly gets sick in the family anymore. According to Grandmaster Choa Kok Sui, forgiving is therapeutic. If you want to get healed, you forgive. And forgiving is not a matter of who is right and who is wrong, but it's a matter of doing the right thing. I remember before I joined Pranic Healing, every time I would be in a crisis, I would always pray and surrender everything to God. Like letting God take care of everything, my fear, my worries and my doubt. And I thought I already knew about surrendering, but then I realized I was not doing anything at all. That is why at the slightest provocation, I would easily give up and will question God's justice system, and I would literally seek God in every religion and how he works on people's pain and suffering. And it really made me question about God. In Achieving Oneness with the Higher Soul course, I get to know more about the true nature of God and my spiritual essence. And I had a lot of realization here as a soul. I get to know more about God in a more deeper sense and my connection to Him. And the Achieving Oneness with the Higher Soul course made me journey inward and discovered more about God's existence and my inner self and the inner power within me. And it connect me more with the other aspects of God. It's like the light, love, and the power of God just merged in and made me see things with clarity of mind and gave me a sense of direction and purpose in life. It's like I found the missing piece of my life and it completed me. When I found my real purpose in life, it motivated me to become a better person and to do more good things to others. I know I'm not perfect and I'm still a work in progress. But the works of Grandmaster Choa Kok Sui inspired me a lot to follow his path. And from here, I can't help but work with and be with Grandmaster Choa Kok Sui's great vision to bring heaven on earth by alleviating the suffering of humanity. In life, nothing is accidental and everything has a purpose, even the pain, the obstacles, and the adversities that we encounter in life. And from my pain, I get to know Pranic Healing School and Master Choa Kok Sui and his great vision. And according to Master Choa Kok Sui, he said that obstacles are part of life. And if you are not exposed to the vicissitudes of life, it is not good. Uh, it is like not being exposed to germs. You have no immunity. You have no strength. Pondering on these words and teachings of Grandmaster Choa Kok Sui, I was able to see the beauty that lies underneath every adversities and obstacles given in my life. And that beauty I'm telling about is God and the inner self within me. I realized that God is not only embracing me, but even lifting me up, even in times of my pain. And He's embracing my entire being. Without this pain, I won't be able to find God's healing love, light, and power within me. That gives me the inner power to transmute every pain, adversities, and obstacles in life into beauty. And at this point of my life, I am still learning more lessons. I'm still learning more lessons, but this time the easy way. And the more lessons I've learned, the more it empowers me to raise my consciousness and become the best version of myself. Life is a continuous learning process, and we should never stop learning. What's important is we have the light, love, and the inner power within us that we can make use of as tools. And these tools can be more developed and maintained by diligently practicing the pillar one. That's inner conductivity or devotion to God, or we call it faith. And that is given in the Arhatic Yoga intensive course. Pillar one, along with the other pillars, keep me more balanced and conducted to healing and blessings of God. Actually, I was given a test on pillar one. When I was practicing the Arhatic Yoga meditation, I was tested of my faith. And just a month ago, I took the course in 2018. My husband had a heart attack and a mild stroke and had stayed in the ICU for 2 weeks. And me, as a fresh Arhatic yoga practitioner, then I was able to practice pillar one right away. That is devotion to God or inner conductivity. Everything that I've learned from basic healing course to Arhatic uh, course, I summed it all together and applied it during our critical times. It's like the light, love, and power just working together in me and gave me so much inner power that made me get through with that critical times with no worries, fear, and doubt. And even if our health card was maxed out already, I still remained calm. And I just trust the process. And I just said, this shall pass. And in the ICU during every visit, I would let my husband pray the soul affirmation. And I would regularly bless everything that he would take in. And my husband recovered faster. And we keep on receiving money from other people even without asking for it. And I realized unconsciously I was able to practice the sutra in given in experiencing being. It said, when in crisis, ask yourself first. First, what can be done? Then second, what is within your control? For me, what is within my control is my inner power. And third, what is beyond your control? And in crisis, be calm, be alert, be focused, even when under tremendous pressure. This sutra of Master Choa Kok Sui works so much in me, especially in times of crises and in dealing with everyday life, especially during this pandemic. And from my perspective, adversities and obstacles will always be a part of life. It is an avenue to give us lessons and learn from it. And it makes us grow stronger in faith to God and achieve what we think is impossible, be possible. And in my case, if it hadn't been my if it hadn't been my pain and my obstacles, and without the people around who became an instrument of God, I wouldn't be able to discover that power that just lies within me and innate in me. And that's the inner power given by God to us through inner conductivity. Thank you, and I hope I was able to enlighten everyone, especially those who are in pain and be it physical, mental, and emotional. You are not a lost cause, and this feeling of hopelessness is not who you are, but it is a pace that you need to power through. Thank you again, and Atma Namaste.